it's a lot of average dudes out here expecting this king treatment from us queens. A lot of guys out here, they are a 6 or 7 at best. And they feel like we're supposed, first of all, you're approaching a 10. You're approaching the and then you want them to treat you like you're a 10. So tell me, Melita, what do you think about that? Especially, and I would say this is probably more prominent over 45. When you're dating over 45, these men got gout. They got a bad knee.
She is going hard, y'all.
That gout.
They got a bad knee. Yes. They sleep with a CPAP machine.
They do. I've been there, done that.
I'm just saying, you are a 7 at best, boo.
Damn.
And then you want to tell me, oh, you need to do this. And you got me straight tripping. Yes. Because at the end of the day, think about it. When we're in our 40s, we can date the daddy or the son. They honest. So why pick the daddy when we can date the son?
Yes.
Why is he letting her sit there and just talk reckless out her mouth? What are you talking about? That you can date the daddy or the son? Are you telling me that you can date a man that's 20 all the way up to 60? It ain't gonna work out for you like that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You can't do the same thing that men do. Just because a man might look at you, it does not mean that he wants you. The difference is with an older man or a younger woman, he can still have kids with her. A lot of times, he's probably paying most of the bills. When you saying that you can have the daddy or the son, stop. We about to take some of these mics. We about to take some of these podcasts and mics. For real. This is nuts.
I agree. She is funny. I agree. I feel like dating over 45, 40, 50, whatever the case may be, is like shopping on a clearance rack. Like
not clearance.
Yes.
Not a clearance rack.
Not rack.
Boy, they dragging us. They dragging us through the mud up here.
The diamond in the rough, you got to find that one piece that it's hard to find. I really honestly feel like dating over 45 and to what you said, you're a 10 and you have these men that are 7s, 5s, 4s. It's a lot.
Maybe it speaks to the ratios that's going on out there. Feel empowered by that.
No, none of them know.
I'm just saying.
I think it's a balance. I feel like when you're at a certain space in your life, you know what I mean? Like I've been divorced. I've been married most of my life, and you're in a certain space. You don't expect or want less than, or your standards and your boundaries are different. So I personally feel like it's a lot. It's been a lot. It's been challenging, trying. It's been a lot.
Well, but I'll help you out there, Melinda.
Yes.
I think a lot of times they expect once you reach a certain age that you're supposed to compromise and settle. And you hear that word a lot. They say, oh, you're 45, you're 48. Just take what you can get. As if you don't bring a lot to the table. Think about it for a second. As women, there's so much we have to do. You know, men, they put on a black tee, some jeans or sweatpants and sneakers, and they out the door. You know, they take their little bald head. We getting hair, makeup, eyelashes, nails, waxing. We got the whole situation that we have to do only to present ourselves to someone who's subpar. That's crazy. And then to say that we should reduce ourselves down because of the ratios, as they say. But when you talk about the ratios, we should really talk about quality women versus quality men. Because there's a lot of women out here, but you, Marcel, you know they ain't shit.
Let me tell you something. When she says that she feels like that after 45, clearance rack, right? Where's she wrong at? Where do you know where a woman turns over 45 and she has the world at her feet as if she's 22 or 23? So when she says settle, and a lot of women do say this, they be like, I'm not going to settle. What do you think you're supposed to get? I'm not saying that a woman that's over 45 can't meet nobody or somebody. But what I'm saying is, do you think that as you get older, because of your education, your schooling, or your career, your job, that's going to bring more, like a better crop of men? Because it doesn't. A man will marry a woman out of a diner. So when I hear her say things like this, like it's misleading. It's misleading. And she called herself a 10. Let me tell you something. I say it's all the time. You gonna rarely see 10s. You gonna rarely see 10s. Like you rarely see butterflies. That's how much you gonna see a 10 as far as throughout the day. You might see pretty women. You might see beautiful women. But a 10? Most people are not 10s. So for a woman to call herself a 10, that's wild. And just because you say it doesn't mean that it's true. As you can see, the people on the panel, they look like, they almost look kind of embarrassed. Like from what she's saying. Because they know that she's just talking.
Taking this all in. I mean, I'm not going to I can't really elaborate on, because I think, I mean, from Dawn's perspective, though, the question is, what is she saying? Like, what's that standard there, right? I don't, what she considers to be a 7 to whoever could be a 10 to someone else. So it's, I think that right there kind of mixes the bowl. That's the first thing, right? Because where you are in your life, that's going to create your standard. That's one. I mean, again, born here in the DMV, District, Maryland, Virginia, for you guys that are national. It's just what it is. It's just kind of like in Atlanta. It's going to be the ratio issue. It's going to be way more women than guys. I wouldn't want to be a female in that situation because it does lend to some of the things that you hear Dawn speaking to. Like, you're just going to have guys that are willing to take a shot because they already know that, listen, like if I see it, let's whatever, we can say a 10 is whatever somebody's perspective is, but that guy sees a 10, he feels emboldened to take the shot because he has nothing to lose. First of all, like, that's just what it is. Now, what you do with that shot, that's that person, that female's perspective. But I just think that when it comes to that issue in general, it's more really about just, again, where those two people are in life. And if your standard is whatever that standard is, and you can't find a guy that's going to meet that standard, and you feel like anything under that standard is basically you compromising or settling, then you have to be equipped mentally to be rolling solo. That's just the way this works. Because you already said it. You're like, I'm not going to go down. It's only up. And if up is the only option, then you have to, you have to deal with what you're saying, that you're diminishing that pool, right? And when you diminish that pool, you can't complain about what's left. And then to wrap this up, what's left, everybody's going after that, right? The visual basic stuff that we're talking about, keep it simple. We go, he has to have a great job, height, nice car, all that bullshit fluff. At the end of the day, every woman sees that. So now you got that guy that you got to deal with that has his pick of the litter. So what you going to do with that guy? Is that the guy you want that can have 5 women? So, I mean, it's a mixed bag there. It's not as simple as the way that's kind of outlined to be. But, again, to me, on the dating issue, on that issue particularly, it's the...
Because think about this. Like, she's saying she can date the daddy and the son, right? So the man that she might be looking at, I'm thinking she might be about 45 years old, maybe 50. So that man in that age range can choose a 23-year-old, a 30-year-old, 35-year-old. So you're about to be competing with those ages of women. So when she says the clearance rack, I understand what she means, because in a lot of the men that are so successful, the men that most women put them in friend box, those are the ones they normally don't marry. Talk to older women. And they would tell you that they put the person they should have married in the friend box. It happens all the time. So now that she's over there thinking about 45, 50 years old, she's still thinking that she has the mindset of that she's like 29 years old. And that's not what it is at all. So, here you go.
each his own. But I mean, the opening up, you're absolutely right. There, many guys are taking a shot at 10. What they have to lose? They have nothing to lose.
Which is why women have chosen, and I find that a lot of women are choosing to stay single.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, nobody ain't got time, and you just have 5 boyfriends.
A whole roster.
It's more
the starting lineup.
As soon as one say no, you call the next one.
That's what's changed, though.
I mean, and it's all good.
You feel like that's changed?
Because
You're saying that?
for me, I'm just
Let's
entering the date scene, and I can really only date one person at a time. I can.
Really?
I mean, I know that a lot of people saying date them all, but I have to focus, and I need to know. I do have to focus. You know what I mean? And I do not feel like I am giving you a fair shot if I'm checking for Joe and checking for John, whomever.
Well, let me know how that work out for
honestly.
No, but I agree with Tom.
But I do get.
You do, Marcel.
Of course I did. Damn, did you catch that? What's all that heat coming from that?
Why do you agree with Tanya?
Because she's right. You can't really sit there and say you're really trying to meet somebody if you're not giving them 100%. Like if I'm sitting there and I got 3 other women and I'm taking everybody out.
Y'all do.
No, but that's now she's on something totally different. I'm just addressing what Tanya's saying, which is agreed. If you really meet somebody.
Look at her rolling her eyes, got the attitude. That's a
and you think that they're worth your time, if you're not giving them 100%, then you're not going to get 100% back.
A lot of guys
and that's real. You're not going to get it back. Whatever you put in somebody else, a lot of times they're going to put that in you too. So while she's talking about she's just going to date 5 guys at a time, really? Good luck. You can't do the same thing that guys do. Women, I don't care what March they got y'all on right now. You will never be looked at the same way as a man. You can't be out here with a whole bunch of bodies. Not the same body count they got. They're gonna be the same. It's not. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying.